Today we're going to talk a little bit about how to choose the right tool for block sanding and how to use that tool or a combination of tools to get your bodywork as straight as possible. Here are some of the most common tools used for block sanding. Over here we have the DAs and over here we have the blocks. This guy is called a Bondo hog, and you can use 120 grit, 180, or even 80 grit if you have a huge area. It's great for big square areas and even long rectangles. The DA is more for quick block sanding. It's not going to get as straight as the boards, but it does have a nice straight surface, and it's more for a square area. And this also is more for small areas, square or long, small areas. This guy is best for long rectangles, and this guy is best for square areas or shorter rectangles. When choosing a tool for this quarter panel, these two tools are just a little bit too big. This one's not going to give me enough surface area to get it straight enough. This guy's a little too small for that area to get it straight enough. And I think the best tool for this area would be the medium sizes, a 10-inch or 9-inch medium-sized board. To block sand primer surfacer, it's common to use anything from 120 through 180. You can even use 80 grit for super large areas or hard to sand surfacer like feather fill, then finish with 120 through 180. We'll start by giving it a guide coat of black spray bomb so you can see the highs and lows. Let me stop right here and give you a close-up so you can see exactly what we have. Here we can see a low spot, and low spot. We're going to keep sanding until those dark spots or the paint that's sitting in those low areas go away. If we run into metal, like let's say we run into a high spot or metal right here, we'll have to quit and fill those in with some putty. If we don't hit any high spots, we're going to keep block sanding until those dark spots go away. Here's one more close-up before we finish. We just have one more low spot right here. This is just gray showing up through the white cut-in paint. And we're not pressing very hard. We're just letting the sandpaper do the cutting. And I'm going to stop right there. I hit some metal, metal, and metal. I do have just a tiny bit left right there. I think a little bit of putty will fix that up. We'll prime it again. We'll finish this up here. Prime it again. Finish sand. And this is ready to paint. And here's a close-up of what we're left with. We hit some metal, but we do have just a little bit of a low spot. And you could probably get away with that by priming it again, hitting it real quick with the block. We're going to touch it up with a little bit of putty. We'll let that dry, hit it real quick with the block, and then prime this. We'll be using the same process for the fender. And let's take a close look at that. In this situation, we have a little low area right here and right here. I think this might be a little too low to come out. This one might come out. And that did come out. Now we'll work down here. and we hit metal and it's almost out, I'm going to throw a little putty in there. After allowing the glazing putty to dry, we'll sand it with the same grit we used to block sand with. And this stuff sands super easy, so it's very easy to get it straight. And that's good. We're ready for a couple coats of finish primer. After a final coat of primer, these repaired areas are ready to be finished sanded and painted. I hope you enjoyed this brief video on a detailed explanation of how to block sand. If you did, and you'd like to get my latest videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.